All right, we are live. Cool. All right, today is Monday, April 28th, 2025. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. And we are playing the puzzles. We'll start with connections. We'll go to the mini crossword. We'll play the Wordle, and then the Strands, and then our old pal, the Letterboxd. Let's do it. So today I titled the stream To Be or Not To Be, but B is B-E-E. Because today... waking up this morning, I let our foster dog, sweet foster dog named Sunny, we let him out. And lo and behold, right there at the door was a bee. Like literally on the door frame, the wooden door jamb. There was a bee just hanging out there. Beautiful little bumblebee. I even took a picture of it. I don't know my phone right now. But wait, hold on. I have it right here. Wait a minute. I have a photo. I did take a photo of it. Right there. How cool is that? Just right on the door jamb. Just hanging out. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So I had a little visitor today. It kind of surprised me, honestly. I was like, wait, what is this thing? And it was absolutely a little bee, totally minding its own business. I took it as a sign of like, today's a good day. You know what I mean? Today is just like, things are going well. Things are going well. I don't know. People are allergic to bees and people get weird about bees. But specifically today, I was just like, that's a good sign. You know, you get these good omens. It just felt right. So, all right. Well, let's play connections and see what we're up against. I see moose, drain, bear, tire, hare, boar, like hair moose, bear, boar, tire mark, exhaust, plane, spray, spare, fiber, wax, simple, and fingerprint and gel. Wow, okay. These are kind of all over the place, but I bet they must have something in common. To be for the SAT exam. You know, here where I live, they give us the ACT exam to proctor. On the East Coast, I actually took both, right? Because I wanted to try out for what do you call them? East Coast schools, West Coast schools, just all over. And so I took both. I took the ACT and the SAT. But yes, they say you have to use a number 2 pencil. Do you know what you have to use now? You have to use a Chromebook. The kids just barely, 3 weeks ago, had to take the ACT. And it was all online. It was all computer-based. It was kind of awful. I even asked some of the kids afterwards. I was like, how was that on... And they don't know better, right? They don't know what the paper test felt like. But they're like, that was really weird. It was hard to track and read. It's different reading on paper and reading on a screen. You know what I mean? If my kids have the option to take it on paper, I would rather they take it on paper, not on a screen. But, yeah, you don't even need that. All right. Hey, let's see. Isa is here. Hello. And Marcos, buenas tardes. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? Bien. All right. So what did I see? I saw mousse, gel, maybe a spray. Well, hair is there, but you wouldn't add hair to your hair. Wax? Would you put wax in your hair? I guess so. Would you really put wax in your hair? That seems off. I don't know. Hair. Fiber. Fingerprint and tire mark. These are like crime scene. You know what I mean? Like things left at a crime scene. I'm like way off base here. Maybe I'm super off base. No way. Oh my gosh. I suppose seeing that clue, maybe I should update you guys. I've been getting calls here and there for this crime scene. I don't even want to call it a crime scene that I was part of. I was the victim of, I should say. Makes it sound like I was part of it. No, I was victim of. I got my car gooped about, I guess it was 3 weeks ago, where a group of kids in the back of a car threw like a baggie of goop at me. As far as I could tell, it was either wheat, gluten, or glue or something, and it hit my windshield and splattered all over. And what I could tell from my just from my recollection of it, it was a larger car, and I explained it and stuff. And I got a call from an officer, a detective today, asking more specifics about it. And, you know, it's been a couple weeks, but I still remember it very well. And I give a police statement and everything. And they're trying to pin down who it is. Like, they actually have a very good idea of who this is. And so, yeah, they're calling me. Even during school, I'm like, I'm teaching, but I'm happy to answer. So, yeah, there were some crime scene clues left over. A partial plate. Let's see, what else? A baggie of goop. Plenty of pictures of the aftermath all over my car, inside and out. Ugh, it was gross. All right, so what do we have here? We have to exhaust, to drain. Oh, if something is a drain, or it's exhausting, it's tiring or boring, right? But then, but then that could also be like simple and plain. No, it was right. Weary, bore, it's a bore, it's a drain, it's exhausting, it's tiring. Yes, on the case. Oh, Iggy, I'm so sorry to hear that. That your brother passed away. Oh, that's not good. I am sorry in this time of mourning. That is not not anything you want to have to deal with. I'm so sorry. All right, so bare, simple, plain, and spare. How do these come together? Austere. Okay, I could see those coming together as austere. Someone that speaks very plainly to you, or lays bare. It's very simple. Huh. The only one I'm not sure about there is spare. Like they spare no expense. Hey, Michael. Welcome, welcome. Awesome. Okay. Well, there's not too much that I can, say about what's going on in that situation, because more or less it's an active thing going on, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. I just want to, let people, let the authorities know that happened, right? I would love, recuperation for detailing my car. It took me, I don't remember how much it took me to detail my car, but I had to purchase things to detail my car with. Okay. I was weary, the purple. Yeah, today was a fairly easy puzzle. I find, it's funny when I find that I am later in the day, like I am today. I had something else to run, an errand to run today. I end up being the last one to know, right? You guys are helping me out on puzzle answers, and then if I do it early in the morning, it's like, oh, we'll do the puzzle together. All right, a chef's creation, maybe a meal. I don't know. I could be wrong there. Iconic Madonna hit of 1990. Material Girl. Like a Virgin. What else? We may need some hint letters there. Section of a tennis court used when playing doubles. Oh, what is that called? That extra strip on the outside edges. Oh, poo. What is that called? The lanes? They're not called lanes, are they? It might be. I don't remember. State of mind. What state of mind? I am in Iowa. No, I'm just kidding. Not that kind of state. What state of mind? A state of peace. A state of rest. I don't know. Not amateur. Maybe pro. And let's see if these line up. Rarely used word meaning sadness. I don't know. We'll come back. All of these might be false. All of these might be wrong. Snow place like home. Snow place like home. Maybe an igloo. Okay, so I think this is wrong. And this might even be wrong too. Let's just erase that. Snow place like home. Igloo. Went after in court. Maybe sued, if I can spell it right. Yo. Yo in Spanish, like yo me, or yo like sup. Maybe it's sup. Maybe. Fill time on stage. Oh, I do know that one. Vamp. To vamp is to loop until the next thing happens. To vamp. I do know that one. Chef's creation. Maybe chef's kiss, but I don't think that, maybe this one is not correct. Whoops. That one is correct. This is not correct. Because this might be a dish, right? A chef's signature dish. And maybe this is like hay. Iconic Madonna hit. Oh, Vogue. Yeah, okay. Section of a tennis court used when playing doubles. Oh, is that called the alley? Look at that. It was a bowling word, wasn't it? I called it lane. The lane. Your state of mind is your mood. State of mind. Cool. Well, we did it in a little bit longer because I was gabbing a little bit. Yapping, as the kids would say. All right, let's go through them again. Chef's creation is a dish, right? They might have a signature dish. I made manicotti last night. Oh, my goodness. Let me just tell you how good that was. There are no words to describe. I take that back. I can't describe it because it was insane. It was just beyond words. Very, very, very good. I'm a walking thesaurus. I say it's very, very, very good. Yeah, I might have to use that word, dolor. Dolor means pain in Spanish. Dolor. Let's see. Iconic Madonna hit of 1990, Vogue. Section of a tennis court used when playing doubles, the alley, right? You count those extra sidebars on the side. Those are called alleys. State of mind, the mood, right? What mood are you in? Not amateur, pro. Rarely used word meaning sadness, dolor. Dolor, I mean, that checks out. Dolor means Spanish. Dolor means pain in Spanish, right? So if you're feeling pain, you're feeling sadness. That makes sense. Snow place like home, igloo. Right? I love the ones with question marks on it, right? Because it's like a stretch. You know, it's a gimmick answer. Went after in court, sued. Yo, hey. And fill time on stage is to vamp. That's a great word, vamp. When you loop something over and over just to fill time. Look at this, 76 days doing the Wordle. That's incredible. Okay, so what do we guess first? What if we guess... Oh, where'd it go? Ghoul. Ghoul. All right, a little bit of help. There's a U. What about... How about... Typer? That doesn't use any of those letters. Not a word. How about types? Oh, there's a Y. Huh. Okay. Y might go on the end. I could be totally wrong there, but we shall have to see. And then a third third non-intersecting word. We could say drink. Oh, no way. And it starts with a D. Okay. All right. So we haven't guessed the A yet. That's the last vowel that we don't have. So it's a D something. It could be D, U. What other letters go with D? So like D, Dwight, Dwowing, DF, DB, DV. Honestly, I think the vowel is next. So if it's not the Y, maybe it's the U. Oh, we haven't guessed A, though. Oh, shoot. It could be A. D-A. Dobby. Dobby. Master has given Dobby a sock. Please tell me it's that. No. Okay. Well, it does end in a Y. That's okay. And there's no A. Well, that confirms my suspicion that there's no A. Okay, so then if it doesn't go there, it doesn't go there. It's got to be D-U. And then the blank blank Y. Could be Duffy. Could be... I was going to say Ducky, but there's no K. Oh, or Dummy. Oh, sports fans. What if it's Dummy? Duffy. Dovey. Duxie. Dewey. I'm going to try it. Okay, that was... Yeah, great. The Wordle insulting us today, calling it a dummy. You guys know I didn't look at the chat during, so thank you for these mild insults during the during the chat while I did the Wordle. Oh, that's funny. What do they get off calling us dummy? Okay, so my original thought was Duffy. Is Duffy a word? Maybe it's not even a word. Dummy. So I started with the word ghoul, which gave us a U, thank goodness. And then types, right? A non-intersecting word that doesn't use any of those first 5. So I've got 10 letters out of the way. And then a third non-intersecting word. I told you a couple days ago, I was watching a kid play the Wordle Unlimited, right? Where you can just keep guessing different words throughout the day. And that's funny. Dobby. Master has given Dobby a sock. Like Duffy. Yeah. No, I was going to say Buffy. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Dobby. Oh, that's funny. Okay, wait a minute. Don't open the Wordle. All right, and if you've never played, the Strands puzzle is kind of like a word search. We're looking for words, and today's word is my bad. Yeah, Daffy, like Daffy Duck, Duffy. No, it's Buffy. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. My bad. I see the word steal. Doesn't that just stand out? No, it's not one of them. Okay, if you've never played Strands before, it's like a word search. So help me out. We're trying to look for... If you've played already, don't say a word. But if you have not played, then feel free to chime in and see if you can see anything that makes words. I see a word right there. Whoops, my bad. Oh, wait a minute. I think I see one. Whoops. Whoopsie. Daisy. Tell me that's not the spangram. Whoopsie daisy. My bad. How about a blunder? To stumble. To falter. Falter. To slip. How many more? Just 2. So there's like 1, 2 or something. How about to topple? And spill. My bad. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, that's funny. That's a great one. It's so funny when the spangram happens first, because then you're like, oh, I saw that, and it just flows. I saw steal right away, and apparently it's pretty easy to see words if they just, all in one order like that. I wonder if they did that on purpose. These are curated. They don't just randomly assign letters to places. They have to, sort of make it do certain things, like paint pictures with the spangram or something. So, yeah, maybe they did do that on purpose. I'm just a wizard. I mean, no, I am actually flying through these puzzles today. We're, 20 minutes in, and I'm already 4 puzzles in. So holy smokes. Yeah, so today's theme, my bad, whoopsie daisy. And I saw blunder, stumble, what was this? Falter, spill, topple, and slip. That's funny. Yeah, I'm breaking records here. I'm breaking all sorts of records. Okay, and look at how every time they do one of these little ads on the top, they're like, hey, you could get 75% off. Okay, cool, thanks, but you're cramping my style on this puzzle here. Okay, so let's do the letter box. In 12 letters, we have 5 words to do it in. So we could go here. Let's familiarize ourselves with the puzzle first. I'm like just ready to dive in. Here I'm, breaking world records, I guess. I, U, and R, W, H, and N, A, E, and P, X, M, O. Oh, mix up. That's a word. Cool, and that gets rid of the X straight away. I like it when the hard letters are in the middle. Just letterbox to go. Yeah, let's just fly through it, right? How about... Oh, dang it. Oh, that would have been great. The M and the O are next to each other. I can't say the word pheromone. Or is that with the F? Maybe that's with an F. Maybe I'm making that up. There's no T. I could say phonetic. Phonetic. Is that how you spell it? Phoneme? E-M-E. Phoneme. Thank you. Yes. N-E-M-E. All right. So now we're on the E. Ew. 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 Oh, wait. I spelled it wrong. Oh, dang it. Because I can't do the E and the A next to each other. Shoot. Earwax. Oh, that would have been perfect. Earwax. Dang it. Era. Yeah, I could do era. Era. And then how about just awe? That works. I don't care about doing it in like 2 words or something. That barely ever happens. I've gotten lucky and done more, multiple letters like that. Yeah. Warm mix-up phoneme. Oh, did you have the same idea? My thought too. Warm mix-up phoneme. Yeah, nice. I wonder, there's only so many, like there's a finite way to solve this. There's, it's not infinitely many ways. There's only so many paths you can take that make words in English, right? And if your brain chemistry works like mine, then you go, oh, I see this word, That's so interesting. So, what was your first word? Phoner. Oh, phoner. Interesting. And then you said warm. Warm would have gotten rid of all that and then ended us on the M. So, good thinking. Good thinking. We were on the same wavelength there. him, maximum, and manpower. Whoa. That's a good one. I wonder what yesterday's puzzle was. Should we click and see what yesterday was? Pickaxes and shrug. Oh, I started mine with shrug. Hey, I'm smart. Look at that. I put shrug on my list in green pen so you can't see it. Look at that. How it like, that's so funny. It like disappears. Whoa. Green pen on a green screen. That's funny. Yeah, I said shrug. I started my puzzle with shrug. That's interesting. Super good. Yeah, so we started with mix up, and then phoneme, and then era, and then awe. And you're right. If we had done it the other way around, I could have said, I already forgot the word, warm. Yeah, pickaxes. I always love that when I look at the one from yesterday. I'm like, dang, why didn't I think of that? How on earth are you going to come up with the word pickaxe? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, an era and awe, where I could have done warm, and that would have ended on the M. So that could have done me very well. Cool. All right, let's recap. So the connections puzzle today, we're creating 4 groups of 4. The hair products were gel, mousse, spray, and wax. Clues at a crime scene. That should have been the hardest one, I suppose, and I guess we saw it second. Fiber, fingerprint, hair, and tire mark. No, purple is the hardest one. Purple wasn't actually that challenging today. We did get the easiest one first, but then probably the one that, there was no fill in the blank or anything, but it really could have been probably the hardest one. We are austere, bare, plain, simple, and spare. I don't know what they mean by spare there. Right? Spare no expense. But I do see the theme, right? Spare tire. Let's see. Michael, how'd you do it? Mix up, phoner, and raw. Yeah, that's a great way. Man, we were just flying through the puzzles today. We're going to be done in a half hour instead of a usual hour-long thing. I must be hungry or something. I know my wife is doing something upstairs. It smells good. Whatever it is, it smells good. Okay, so we'll run through this super fast. Chef's creation, a dish. Iconic Madonna hit of 1990, Vogue. En vogue. Let's see. Section of a tennis court used when playing doubles. It goes wider. Those alleys on the side. Yeah, I know. We're flying through it. Look at that. Today I learned spare has 100 meanings. Simple and and undecorated. I need my eyes checked, you guys. I thought it said undercoated. No, undecorated. One of the meanings. Austere. Oh, man. I need my eyes checked. We'll go to the eye doctor together. What if I live streamed going to the eye doctor? How weird would that be? State of mind. Mood. Not amateur. Pro. Rarely used word meaning sadness. Dolor. Which in Spanish means pain. So that checks out. Sadness. If you feel pain in your heart. Snow place like home. A home in the snow might be an igloo. Went after in court, sued. And then hey, yo. Hey, yo. And then vamp, to fill time on stage. Fill time on stage. All right. And then our Wordle today was, we started with the word ghoul, which gave us the U. And then a second non-intersecting word would be types. And that gave us the Y, which ended up at the end, but we tried it in the second. And then the third non-intersecting word was drink. And look at that. Drink laid us into the first with the D. Love that. And then I was wondering where the U went, right? It's either the third, the fourth, but it can't be the fourth anymore. So I tried either the second or the third. And I tried, I hadn't guessed the A yet. That's why I did Dobby. Because I was like, okay, well, maybe, just maybe, there's like one more vowel that hasn't been guessed. So we'll put that in, Dobby. And that is a word, but it wasn't the word. So the U wasn't in the third or the fourth. It had to go in the second. So we tried dummy. And that was it. I guess I could have, I don't know, duzzy? That's not a word. Dovey. And we were saying, hey, what if, duddy? That's not a word either. If Duffy was a word. Is Duffy a word? I'm going to look it up. Is Duffy a word. Duffy, relating to, characteristic of, or being a symbol of blood groups determined by the presence or absence of any of several antigens in red blood cells. Huh? What on earth? Okay, that's strange. I don't know what that means. Something about bloodborne pathogens. I didn't know we'd go down that dark alley. Okay, now I don't know if you noticed this, but did you see how the spangram makes like squint your eyes, look back at it. It makes sort of like a table and then something spilling off the table. Huh? I think that's pretty clever. Here's the table and something spilling off the table. Maybe I'm reading too far into it, but that's what I see. Blunder. My bad. Blunder. Stumble. Falter. I was trying to read that one backwards. Retlaf. Falter. To slip. To spill. There we are. Spilling. Whoopsie daisy off the table. And then topple. Yep. Something falls off, it topples. All right. So then letterbox. It sounds like a lot of us did letterbox in a pretty similar. Great job today, except Wordle was a dummy. Yeah, good call. Good call. Oh, Michael had a mic drop before he left. That's great. Okay, so it sounds like we're all on the same wavelength here, starting with mix up and phoneme, but I love that you could have started also with the word warm, right? And then warm would have led us to mix up. But I started with mix up. So mix up leads to, the P leads to phoneme. The E was just the era, and A to aw. I just wanted to finish that one pretty quick. And that, you ladies and gentlemen, we just finished in record time. Look, we're at 32 minutes. Usually we do these 5 puzzles in about an hour, including the recap. So to do this and recap it all in 32 minutes, that's insane. Well, you guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks for the chat. Thanks for some help. And yeah, I'm off to practice tonight. I love playing music with my friends. This is not the big band. Remember, I played a gig on Friday with the big band. Super fun. This one is just playing with a couple of friends. A tenor sax player, a keyboardist that sings, and I play the drums. It's just really, really fun. Just super fun to get together and make music. So I hope you have an outlet too. Find some outlet that you absolutely love, and in this trying time, what are some fun ways that you kind of forget about that for a minute? Mine is music. I love music. I'm actually working on a song right now, which is kind of fun. So. Besides just playing drums with a band, I'm actually learning how to play a song on the guitar. It's going to be fun. So anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya.